Let's take a look at our session example. We can read the session, set the session. You can see this is going to be darker gray. And then we can actually read the session again. And then you see that everything is set. You can also destroy the session and use this interchangeably. You can destroy the session if you're using something else in the examples here, because the session information is going to be for one session. And if we have different variables that are set, they're all going to be set and unset depending on the examples that you're picking. So use this to destroy the session. It automatically jumps back to the read page. We're at the read page here, the reading the session. And then you can click it. It just refreshes really. Set the session, read the session, destroy the session. Let's see how they work. We can just open up the destroy session and the session set, and then the session read. To read, we need to have the session start at the top like everything else. We'll put the cache headers up here so that we have no cached files. We're grabbing from the server all the time. I explained this in other videos, but you can just use them as is. As we slide down, the first thing we're going to do is check to see if logged in is true. We're going to see if we actually set that. If we are logged in, then we're going to be able to echo out the session variables for logged in, user ID and username, because we know they're going to be set. Otherwise, we're going to say the user wasn't logged in. And you could also redirect, as you're going to see in the logging system videos. Well, that's how you read it. You want to make sure you check to see if something was set, and then you can actually output things after you know that something is set or true. This isn't actually using the is set, but this is just checking to see if the value is true. We can also use the is set, but if it isn't set, it's not going to be true for sure. At the top of the session set page, you can see we again call session start, and then we just set these variables. Very easy. And as we slide down, you can see that we're again checking to see if we're logged in, and if not, we're just going to echo that the user wasn't logged in. So we do the same thing. The login system does some really cool things that you're going to want to take a look at. We use isSet, and we use all the different variables that you can actually set in a unique way that we can actually control whether or not the user is logged in, and only give access to pages that are password protected, and know that the user is going to be logged in. Here's how you can destroy the session. We'll see this in the example on the login system. You need that session start, and then you can use session unset. You can also unset the cookie, because there's a special cookie variable there that you can unset. And then you have session destroy. And all three are going to ensure that the session is going to be cleared up for this particular user. Then all they have to do is go to another page. We have this headers sent function here, and we're checking to see if the headers aren't set using the not. And what this does is it checks to see if we had any text that was sent back prematurely by mistake or something like that. And this is not going to allow us to relocate, because the headers were already sent, and you can't redirect after the headers have been sent to the browser. We'll see this in the redirect videos, and you want to take a look at that. But this is how we can test it, and we can output some information here as well if the headers were already sent. You want to keep that in mind. But this is going to destroy the page. You need to go to another page. You see it goes back to the read file and then displays that there are no session variables that are set because we cleared everything up. But we'll see this in another example.